and welcome to Lynchburg Live. I'm your host, Linda Smith. We're coming to you today from Roanoke from the Mysticon Science Fiction Convention. My guest today is Carl Kestner, who's one of the promoters of Mysticon, and all these people who are here at the convention. We'll be speaking to them. Carl, welcome to Lynchburg Live again.
Thank you, Linda. I appreciate you having us back on your show for a fourth year. And welcome back to Mysticon here in Roanoke.
Yeah, we're delighted to come. Tell us how many people are here. I understand you were sold out early.
Yes, we sold out about a week before the start of the convention, and there are over 1,500 people here.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Will you take us and show us what's going on at the convention?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. We're here with Jimmy Boogie Woogie Man Valiant.
Yes, ma'am.
And he is an author and a former wrestler?
Yes.
Tell
I
us.
started wrestling in 1964, Linda, and this year is 2014, so it's 50 years in this great profession of professional wrestling. So I'm the Goodwill Ambassador, WWE. I'm a proud Hall of Famer, and yes, this is my book. It's the biggest book out there. It's called Woo, Missy Daddy, Welcome My World, the Jimmy Valiant story. 566 pages. Linda, this thing weighs 3 pounds. I tell people, get you 2 copies, put one in each hand, and you can work out with it, y'all. I got a wrestling camp in Shawsville, Virginia, and I want to welcome and invite everybody listening at your wonderful show. You can come any Sunday, spend the day with us, be my guest. There's no charge. I got Hall of Fame Museum there. Watch the kids train. We're in Shawsville, Virginia. Just look up Jimmy Valiant. Just Google Jimmy Valiant. Just put it in your computer, and boom, the camp will show up. Just come and be my guest, please.
Thank you so much, and good luck with your book.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Okay, we're here at a display from Heimdall Science Fiction, which happens to be the science fiction club that I'm a part of. We do a lot of charity-oriented things. You've probably seen us on the show. We're just getting ready to select a student for our Space Camp program, and we have a nice display. How are you all doing today, Beth?
Very good, very good. I'm really glad to be here. It's exciting, and we're meeting a lot of great people.
Glad you all could come. We have 16 of us here today.
Linda, I'd like to introduce you to the folks who are running the fan table for Congregate. This is a new convention that will be coming up this year in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I'm going to let James Fulbright and Tara Fulbright tell you all about it.
Glad to know another convention's coming along. Tell us about you.
Our guest of honor this year is going to be Larry Correa, who wrote the Monster Hunter International series. He is a New York Times bestselling author. Our artist guest will be Mark Poole. Mark was one of the 25 original artists for Magic the Gathering. We have also in our featured guest list is Tony Weisskopf, who is the publisher for Vane Books, and Jennifer McCullum, who is a Hollywood makeup artist who has worked on The Hunger Games and The Conjuring, and there's an upcoming TV series that she worked on called Reckless.
That sounds wonderful, especially the makeup artist, you know?
Yeah, she's kind of a local down there and has made it big, so we're kind of happy to be able to showcase her.
Tell us the dates of your convention.
It'll be July 11th through the 13th, and it'll be in Winston-Salem at the Downtown Marriott.
Okay, good luck with your convention. Let's look at your costumes.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Yes, she is. These are wonderful costumes. Are you with them too? And this looks like it came right out of the movie.
Thank you. I actually do work for a fan series called Star Trek Phase 2. So a lot of the stuff we have is available through Paramount and stuff, some of the materials and stuff we get from LA. But I've known the Fulbrights for a long time, and it's a wonderful convention, and we're hoping to get up there and have some fun.
Did you make this costume yourself?
Yes, I did.
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you very much. It made out of studio fabrics, everything, dyed to the right colors and stuff. And this is when it's a labor of love. It's a passion. But I want to take away from your wonderful convention, please.
Tell me about you.
I am also involved with the convention. I am the programming director. And in my case, this particular costume is from a science fiction show called Defiance. I'm cosplaying as Castathan, which is a heck of a word to say. And it's just, for me, it's just a way to introduce people to the genre and let them know about our convention.
It's a really nice, eye-catching costume. Thank you so much, and good luck with your convention.
Thank you.
I'm Todd McCaffrey. I write in the Dragon Riders of Pern universe. I also write a whole bunch of other things. My favorite latest book is City of Angels by Todd McCaffrey, which is about what happens when Los Angeles wakes up and becomes an artificial intelligence.
That sounds fascinating.
So, well, I think it is, you know.
Of course you do.
Well, what else would you like to know?
Just wanted to say hi. I didn't want to interrupt you or take up too much of your time. Okay. And Michael?
I'm Mike Pedersen. I run RavenCon in Richmond, and I also publish Nth Degree. It's a online fiction fanzine.
Are you having a good time at this convention? Yeah, this has turned out to be a really good convention.
Mysticon is always a good convention, though. So,
thank you all for letting us interrupt you. And sorry.
You wanted to say hi to it, stop and say hi. So I think that everybody should get a chance to say hi. So,
hi. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thanks. This is a robot from a panel that just ended in this Ballroom D. Roanoke Robotics is a local robotics club, and they do demos at our convention every year. Fun for all ages.
That's really cool. I think it was year before last they had a dog, a robotic dog,
yes.
And somebody was walking around with the dog on a leash.
That was actually one of our cosplayers, Angela Pritchett, and she was wandering around with K9, which is a character from the Doctor Who TV series.
That's just so cool. I see we're looking at a zombie.
Yeah.
This is Roanoke Robotics, and we have 2 video robots going out in the hallway right now. Roanoke Robotics meets the first Saturday of every month at the Science Museum here in Roanoke, and our main rule is to have fun building anything you want to build. Right now we're looking at the TV screen with a wireless video camera on the robot out in the hall interacting with the crowd, and we're going to chase the other video robot. The small TV has his view that that robot sees out in the hallway. So we like to go out in the hallway. We like to interact with the people here at Mysticon. Everyone's super friendly. They're nice to the robot so far, although we've had a few people draw swords on him a couple times. But, you know, they never actually attacked him. So, you know, it all worked out well in the end.
Tell me how to get involved with is it a club?
Yes, it's a club. And it's free to the public. We have a website, roanokerobotics.org. We do not charge any dues or fees. Admission is free. Just come to the Science Museum front desk at noon, first Saturday of each month, and they'll direct you to the classroom where we meet. There's Doctor Who out there. Hey, Doctor. And love Doctor Who. And so it's free to get into the Science Museum for the meetings, and there are no dues, so that this way everybody can participate, and there's no cost.
This is a project that we've had for about a year now. It's a wheelchair that we stole from salvaged from our neighbors and turned into the villain from our favorite TV show, Doctor Who.
That's good. I like salvaged better than stole. But you did a wonderful job. Did you help build this?
I was part of a 3-person team who was building it, my dad, my cousin, and me.
Well, you all have done a wonderful job. Thank you for talking to us. Debbie, tell us about your costume.
Well, this is Arrow from the show on the CW5, Arrow. And this is going to be a shameless plug. Wednesdays at 8 on the CW5. Oliver Queen, this is his alter ego, Arrow. And he's here to make sure that everything goes fine at Mysticon.
It's a wonderful costume. Are you sure you don't want to just grunt at me? That was good. Thank you so much. Good luck. Thank you. Going to be in the costume contest?
No, he's here strictly to make sure that we save our city, that everything is fine, and he's here just looking after the citizens and make sure that everything here is safe. If we run into Darth Vader, it might be quite the battle.
We appreciate the protection. Thank you so much. Have a good time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tell us about what you're doing and how you're doing at the convention.
I'm doing fine. Everybody's been really kind. It's been a really cool turnout, you know. Let's see. Right now I have like my book, Black Comics, African-American Independent Comics Art and Culture, which is a collected edition of like 53 African-American independent publishers. I'm a professor of visual studies at the University of Buffalo. And so what I do is actually like look at identity through popular media. And so I look at like race, class, gender, that whole piece, and how it gets like constructed through popular media. And we're also selling my book, my art book here too. We actually did a special edition Mysticon piece through Bill Campbell's company, Rosarium Press. So
that's just wonderful.
Yeah. So it was only like a limited edition, so it's really cool. I'm actually going to be talking about it at 2:00.
Now, did you come from New York to this convention?
Oh yes, yeah. Actually, I live in Buffalo, New York, and I flew in day before yesterday. This is like the last piece I've been in, like traveling this entire month. Actually, week before I was in Los Angeles. Week before that I was in, I think I was in Columbus, and before that I was in Orlando. So it's been really a busy month.
Well, I hope you enjoy this convention, and it's so nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Likewise, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Tell us what you're doing here this weekend.
Well, as Carla pointed out, I'm an author and also a publisher, so I'm here as a guest and a vendor. We're talking about John Jennings' art book here, and Mothership, which is a science fiction anthology focusing on people of color, and it has Junot Diaz, Victor Laval, Lauren Bucas, a bunch of award-winning authors from around the world.
And you're doing book signings too?
I guess in a way I am, yes. Yes, I am.
Is this your first science fiction convention?
No, but I'm still relatively new to it. I met Carl and a couple of the organizers at another science fiction convention last year, and he invited me here for this year, and John as well.
This couldn't have been a better place to come.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Thank you for talking to us. We just wanted to stop and ask you about your chainmail brassiers. That seems unusual.
Yes, ma'am. She makes those. They're called chainkini tops, and so they're made out of chainmail, which are all anodized aluminum rings, and the scales are anodized aluminum as well. So they won't lose their color. They won't lose their shape, and so. We do it for, you'll see a lot of them at the Renaissance festivals, the Celtic festivals, that kind of thing. With the cons, we wanted to do some themes, so we did the Joker, the Batman. She's in the restroom trying on a lady with the Wonder Woman. So.
Now, can you actually swim in the chainkini?
You can. You can actually swim in there because there are rubber rings which will stay. And so you can actually swim. I wouldn't recommend it all the time, but once in a while, it would be good.
Are they heavy?
No, they're not heavy. Because they're anodized aluminum, that makes them lighter.
Easier to swim in if you want to.
Easier to swim in, yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, and good luck.
Well, thank you.
I love the cat pictures. Tell us who you are and what this is.
I'm Herschel's wife, Cheryl, and this... is it this particular picture you're talking about? It's Aristocat, and it's just a kind of a take on the cat, making it look like it's a real person.
And your husband is the artist? Tell me his name again.
Herschel Brewer, yes.
Are you all from this area?
Yes, we're from the Roanoke area, up in Botetourt.
Well, he does beautiful work, and I thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
My name's Amanda. I make all the handmade jewelry. I can't even talk today. We're having so much fun here. My husband does the paintings. I do the jewelry. This is our 4th year here, and we just love it. This is our family here.
You all do such a nice job. Now, did Mark do those? I love those.
He did the T-shirt. He did these paintings, and they were so popular, and he's done so many more by request that we had the T-shirts printed up, and we almost forgot we had them, so I grabbed them right before we came here, and I'm like, we got to take these too.
I saw those on Facebook. I think they're just really cool.
It's a very popular design. Everybody loves those cats.
Thank you so much. Tell Mark we're sorry we missed him. Okay.
Yeah, last night we had a wedding at Mysticon during our opening ceremonies, and Bella Morte provided the accompaniment for the wedding ceremony, and I'm going to let them tell you about how it went.
Tell us who you are, whoever wants to speak first. You want to speak at the same time.
I'm Andy, and this is
I'm Tony.
And the band is Bella Morte. We're from Charlottesville. And the wedding thing, it was really funny. They just kind of told us midday yesterday, like, by the way, you're performing a wedding, and we're not paying you. And we're like, all right.
But everything went off so well. I thought it was a nice wedding.
Yeah, it was a good time, and it was fun. It's always fun to do something like that, especially at a convention where we're so close with and everything like that. So it was a good time.
And the bride and groom were in period costume, or what?
The only thing they look great. The only thing that upset us is that the focus was really more on them than us, and that's hard for us to deal with.
And
very, very difficult.
And guess who never talked to us at all?
Who?
The bride and groom. No thank you.
Never spoke to you.
And they kissed each other instead of either of us, and we're the musicians.
I thought it was cool when they said, "Does anybody have any objections?" That the groom turned around with that monster sword, daring anybody to object.
Who's going to argue with a guy with a sword? Only the guy with the gun,
Thank you so much. Have a good time.
My name is Patrick Thomas, and I'm an author of the Murphy's Lore series, Mystic Investigator series, and the Dear Cthulhu advice columns and advice books, where people write in and ask a monster for advice.
That's cool. And you're sharing a table with?
With John French, who's another author who writes mystery and fantasy, who in real life is a CSI for a major metropolitan area. He's not allowed to say which city in public.
Now, you're selling as well as signing, is that correct?
Yes. With a lot of small press authors, what you do at a convention is you get a table and you make extra money selling your books to people. We do panels, we answer questions and signings, and the folks at Mysticon here are wonderful. They've been very good to us.
They've been good to us, too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, I do. I make buttons. I do custom buttons, like for Mysticon, and I do original designs. I assemble them here at home. I'm not sure what else to say. And I also do fan art, original fan art.
I was going to ask you if this is your art, because you do a wonderful job.
Thank you. Thank you. It's mixed media art, and it kind of crosses over between the two, so I'm doing double duty.
All right, tell me what your name is and who you are.
I'm the Baroness, well, Hazel Days as the Baroness. I am the local superhero for B&D Comics. I saved Roanoke 30 years ago.
Wonderful. I'm so glad you saved them. Now, are you going to be in the costume contest?
No, I'm just working the con here, but enjoying the people.
Glad to see you. You have a lovely costume.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We are at the booth for Sleeping Dragon South. Every dragon that you see here is meticulously handmade by Catherine, the owner of Sleeping Dragon South. And we're glad to have her here because dragons are kind of a theme this year because of Todd McCaffrey and because John Delancey, of course, was Discord in My Little Pony. So I'll let Catherine tell you all about it.
And who doesn't like a dragon?
I know.
All right, Catherine, come up this way and tell me who you are.
I'm Catherine Dickerson, owner-operator of Sleeping Dragon South. I've been making these dragons for 15 years now.
Do you do the convention circuit?
There is no circuit. There are many conventions all over the country, and I do a great number of them. I've done Dragon Con, Mars Con, which is a favorite of mine, Balticon, and I'm going to forget all the other ones off the top of my head.
Well, you do lovely work, and thank you for talking to us.
My name's Jeff Blanken of BSC Leatherworks out of Matthews, North Carolina, and I obviously do leatherworking. This is all handmade, purely out of imagination. It's all 100% leather, and it is a full body suit.
Even down to the feet, I think.
The boot covers. Full articulated gauntlets so your fingers move.
And you made this?
I made this myself. I'm the craftsman myself. I made it all myself.
Where do you sell these? Do you display them, or?
Well, this is one that I personally wear and I display it. This takes a lot of leather and a lot of time, and there's so many different body styles that I make armor like this to fit the person specifically. So I can't have a bunch of armor just laying around.
Tell me how long it takes you to make something like this.
There are hundreds of hours in this piece right here alone. I start off with just a blank sided cow, and I have to make the patterns, cut it out, stain it, make sure everything fits, all the buckles, hardware, everything. Everything is hand stitched. I don't have a machine that does it. I do it all by hand.
How about the studs? How do you get those in there?
These studs actually have a special little tool that you put this in and you hammer it through, and then it's got tabs on the back side that lock it into place.
What do you do in your mundane life?
This is my mundane life.
This is your mundane?
Yes, I am. This is what I do for a living, so I'm always working, creating, coming up with the next new thing.
Well, you do a wonderful job, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
We're a film company based in Charlottesville, Virginia. We do independent films all over in Virginia, and we've got our one that premiered last night, Plan 9, which is a remake from Plan 9 of Outer Space, and we filmed it in Bedford and Roanoke.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was a fantastic experience. So the film is all complete now. It's off to market. We're hoping that it gets picked up, and it'll be in red boxes or on Netflix soon. So,
is it a full feature length?
Yes, it's a full feature-length movie. Yep.
How about the actors? Where do you get those?
The actors, we got some local talent, but we also flew in some people from LA. The lead in our film is Brian Krause. He was the lead on a movie called Sleepwalkers that Stephen King wrote. He was also on the show Charmed. We brought him in to be the lead in our film, put him up in a hotel here in Roanoke, and we also have a bunch of YouTube celebrities in it. It was a great film. Just a whole mixture of kind of people.
That's wonderful, and it's delightful learning about you. I didn't know that you existed. Thank you so much. Baby. Just wanted to tell you, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad you're in Roanoke for this convention. This is John Delancey.
Yes, this is John Delancey.
Anyway, you're the media guest of honor, and it's delightful to have you here in Roanoke.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm delighted to be here, and all these other people here who I hope are going to be delighted too.
And you're very busy. Can you tell us what you have plans for the future?
Oh, you mean like what?
What's coming up for you?
Oh, I've just finished, let's see, what did I just do? I did The Mentalist. I'm shooting a movie right now. I'm doing a new play. I'm sailing to the South Seas. Yeah, so that's...
Thank you so much for giving us some of your time. I know how busy you are. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
This is the Mysticon 2014 art show, and we all year, Shan Eberhardt, who is our art director, works very hard on finding artists to exhibit in the art show, and I think she's got a great setup this year. What you see behind you is the work from our 2014 scholarship winner, Eva Kuehler, and you're welcome to take some video of it. Eva's a sweet girl, and she's got a bright future, obviously.
How old is she? She seemed young.
I believe she is 17. Yep.
This is a Lynchburg artist, you told me. Tell me your name.
My name is Shan. Jason Oliveira is actually an artist that we recruited from Lynchburg. He's also an author and does illustrations currently he's working on a children's book. But these are some of the prints that he brought us this year, and really talented guy.
Is he here at all?
He is here. He is going to be on some art panels this afternoon, and then he has a signing table at 3.
Now, Carl, you told me something very interesting about this piece of artwork. Tell us about it.
Okay, well, this is artist Heidi Hooper. I've seen Heidi's exhibits in a lot of conventions around up and down the East Coast, and we're excited to have her work here on exhibit at Mysticon 2014, and it is all dryer lint.
This painting is made out of dryer lint, like what you get from your sheets and your towels.
Precisely. Dryer lint. Uh-oh.
Keep the mic on, let's go.
Everyone, for the moment, please stay calm.
Okay, Rohan says we're good to stay in place.
We are fine to stay in place.
We are fine to stay in place.
Yeah, you tell them they can come back in.
All right, Carl. Okay,
yes.
Tell me what just happened.
Well, this is a panel that we like to call Meet the Fire Alarm. And as you can see, it's really excited about the convention this year. We have 1,500 people attending the Meet the Fire Alarm panel, and the fire alarm obviously will answer any and all questions from any attendees standing in the hotel at this time.
What I think is so cool is the way you handled this. Everybody was very well organized, telling people where to go, telling people not to move yet. There was no crowd panic. Everybody did exactly what you are taught to do from grade school in an emergency when there's a fire. So I am glad we were able to get this on tape.
Well, thank you, and thankfully it's a crisis averted at this point. It's not the first time that it has happened, but we have a great security staff and a great con-op staff, and they always do a great job keeping things under control, as well as the hotel management.
Tell me who you are. You have a wonderful costume, and tell me about the costume.
My name is Melanie, and I'm here with Jason Cordova, author, and this is actually a costume based off of one of his characters in a short story called The Finder's Keeper. It is available in Dreams of Steam, and her name is Annie, and she is airship pirate captain. She does not have a dragon in the story, but since I didn't have a sword or a gun, I figured, go with some flames. Isn't that right, buddy? Yeah.
Now tell me, how do you animate this creature?
It's a puppet. He has a string in the back, and I run it down my coat, and it comes out this way. And then there's a knob. You can push it, and it goes up and down. Twisting left and right for no is kind of a little harder, so I kind of just go with up and down.
And this is a steampunk?
Yeah, I would say. Steampunk pirate, yeah. Airship pirate captain.
Did you make your own costume?
Bits and pieces, yes. Jacket is from your, good old Goodwill store. Walmart trim, $4 a yard, stitch it on. Corset I bought at another convention, Liberty Con, last year. And the dragon was also purchased from a dealer's room convention. So, and the hat is from Etsy. Hats by Violet. If you want to look her up, she does really good work.
Well, you've done a wonderful job, and have a good time at the convention.
Thank you.
We're in the con suite, and I want you to tell us what this is we're looking at, because nobody's going to believe it is what it is.
Okay. Well, we climbed the steps of Mount Salea to get here. And as you know, as we discussed earlier, dragons are something of a theme with our convention this year because of Todd McCaffrey and John Delancey. Carla Brindle is our cake maker extraordinaire. She does a specialty cake for us every year. This year, it incorporates the themes we've been discussing about dragons. We've got the dragon, obviously. It's all cake. It's all edible. We have the dragon and we have the castle. So there's a little bit of My Little Pony there, a little bit of Pern.
And this cake, I understand, is not just a convention cake. It doubles as a different kind of cake later on today.
Yes, I believe that's true.
It's going to be the wedding cake.
Yes.
And the couple that got married last night at Mysticon, they're going to come up and cut the cake. What time is that going to be?
I believe the cake cutting starts at 6, but I may not have that time correct. So, and the times are subject to change, but is it correct? Right, 6? Yeah. Excellent. It is 6 o'clock.
Now, Carla has made a specialty cake for every one of the conventions, but I really think she's outdone herself with this one. This has to be her crown and glory.
Yeah, I would probably agree with you on that. She's over the years she's made some incredible cakes, but this one is probably one of her best.
It's an exceptional talent. I like the fact that she has the convention people.
Yes.
Their pictures are in the windows of this castle, which is
the guests are in the castle windows.
All right, we're out here in front of the hotel with Carl Davis, who has constructed a Galileo shuttlecraft. Carl, tell us about your work here.
Well, I had a van and it needed a paint job, so while I was painting, I just kept painting. And I thought the shape of the van lent itself well to being a shuttle, so that's where it came from.
Where did you get all the letters and all of the actual Star Trek font stuff?
I actually have a vinyl cutter that just ties right into the computer, and all that was loaded in and spits them right out, and that's the way I did it.
Will you show us about the nacelles? I think that this is very interesting. Here, you take the mic and just tell us about it.
Well, the nacelles are just made out of cardboard sonotube, and I've found the nose for it actually at a Christmas supply place. It was a large Christmas ball, cut it in half, and it made the front side of each nacelle. And then the back side has strobe lights in it, so when you're showing it in at night, it has a strobe effect that looks like they're actually working. And this year I hope to hook up some fog machines and maybe have some or two.
This is wonderful, and I thank you for bringing us out here and showing it to us.
Thank you.
I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show and have enjoyed being at the Mysticon Science Fiction Convention with us in Roanoke. We certainly have had an exciting day. Thank you to the convention committee for having us. My next show will feature Hill City writers. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Good night. Whoa!